What were the most inappropriate jokes at the Oscars?
Who gave this son of a bitch his green card?
Why did John Travolta horribly mispronounce Idina Menzel's name?
Adele Dazeem.
Who couldn't hide his excitement when he won an Oscar? And how come 55 statuettes were stolen? Hi, I'm Dylan. Let's go. The naked man on stage. This incident happened a long time ago in 1974. No worries, in this video we'll mostly focus on up-to-date moments, but this case was so loud that we simply couldn't ignore it. The host, David Niven, was introducing Elizabeth Taylor when all of a sudden, a streaker appeared on stage.
And someone, quite likely,
the naked man ran across the stage, waving a peace sign. Whatever that was supposed to mean, it was a minute of fame for the American conceptual artist and gay rights activist Robert Opel. It wasn't his first and last streak, but it was definitely his most famous one. Luckily, Niven handled the situation brilliantly, saying his famous line,
fascinating to think that probably the only laugh that man will ever get in his life is by stripping off and showing his shortcomings.
After the incident, some sources claimed that the show's producers planned both the streaking and Niven's funny response. True or false? I guess we'll never know. If you like embarrassing moments regarding nudity, then the next famous Oscars moment is just for you. We Saw Your Boobs song. When Seth MacFarlane was invited to host the Oscars in 2013, it was a given that things would turn tricky. Though who could have known that MacFarlane would enrage most of Hollywood's top-rated actresses in less than 2 minutes? Yep, it was all thanks to that song. Hear it for yourself.
We saw your boobs. We saw your boobs. In the movie that we saw your boobs.
Yep, this song recalls famous actresses who have gone topless for film roles, and the list is pretty long.
Meryl Streep, we saw your boobs in Silkwood. Naomi Watts in Mulholland Drive.
Just look at Naomi Watts' face. She clearly didn't expect that. And also, I wonder where this man was looking. At some point, backup dancers even appeared and the Los Angeles Gay Men's Chorus. Lots of viewers, predominantly women, were deeply offended by the song. Though there were those who found it funny, Jennifer Lawrence for example. I loved the boob song. I thought Seth MacFarlane was great, she said. You know the real reason why she said that? Because Lawrence hadn't appeared topless in a movie before that Oscar ceremony.
We haven't seen Jennifer Lawrence's boobs at all.
Talking about Lawrence, do you remember her Oscar epic fail? Or should we say, fails? Find your balance, Lawrence.
And the Oscar goes to Jennifer Lawrence.
I'm sure that she dreamt about this moment her whole life. Imagine how embarrassed the actress was when she stepped on the fabric of her gorgeous dress and fell on the stairs.
Nominated in this category for Winter's Vogue.
Ouch! Though the sweetest thing was how the audience supported Lawrence. When she got on the stage, all the people in the hall stood up applauding. Aww. But Lawrence's Oscar falls didn't end there. Yep, just a year later, she fell again. This time on the red carpet. Well, that's the kind of luck only Jennifer Lawrence has. As Ellen was the host of this ceremony, she couldn't help but comment on both incidents. You know, in her teasing manner.
Jennifer, by the way, I am not going to bring up what happened last year when you were,
But as you've already guessed, Ellen did bring it up.
I don't know if she got caught on the tip of the dress. Let's just show the clip, because what happened, you know the thing when you fell out of the car tonight when you were getting out of the car? No one needs to know that. I am not going to mention that.
Seems like these incidents will stick with Lawrence forever. That's why the host proposed a brilliant idea. If Lawrence won the Oscar that night, they would bring her the statue. Smart, huh? Best Oscar selfie ever. This moment happened at the same ceremony in 2014. Ellen DeGeneres hosted the show and did what she does best. She entertained the audience and brought pizza.
Julia wants cheese. Who's your favorite movie star? They're here. Well, who do you want to talk to? And then I don't have any money. Who here has...
But one of the best things she did at the ceremony was try to break the record for the most retweeted photo of all time.
I'm going to take a picture of us. Okay. And lean in. Channing, if you can get in also. Channing. Bradley, will you come? No, I want you in it. Jennifer, come in also.
I'll take it.
Brad, get in here.
I'll take it.
No, I'm doing it. Your arm. All right.
My arm goes way.
All right.
My arm's definitely
we
better.
go.
Okay. Hey, that's good. Look at us.
Nice.
And they did it. This photo was indeed the most retweeted for at least 3 years after. If only Bradley's arm was longer. Best photo ever. Hashtag Oscars, Ellen wrote. Do you think it's the best celeb photo ever? Or can you remember a better example? Let us know in the comments. Horrible in memoriam mistake! But not all the Oscars picks were awesome. We'll give you an example of the worst photo mistake in the history of the Academy Awards ever. During the in memoriam reel, they showed an image of someone who was actually very much alive. A passed-away Australian costume designer and 4-time Oscar nominee, Janet Patterson, was accidentally replaced with her longtime collaborator Jan Chapman. How awful, right? I was devastated by the use of my image in place of my great friend. I am alive and well and an active producer, Chapman clarified. The most racist jokes? Actually, there have been a couple of these in the history of the Oscars. When Chris Rock was hosting the show, the main focus of his jokes was on Hollywood's lack of diversity. But at the same time, he managed to offend dozens of Asians in less than 30 seconds.
They sent us their most dedicated, accurate, and hard-working representatives. So I want you to please welcome Ming Zhu, Bao Ling, and David Moskowitz.
If that wasn't enough for you, here's the punchline.
If anybody's upset about that joke, just tweet about it on your phone that was also made by these kids.
Whoa, that was 100% racist. The Academy apologized for the joke, but it still left a very unpleasant aftertaste. Yet another mess-up happened around Sean Penn. When introducing the winner of Best Picture, which was Alejandro Iñárritu's Birdman, the actor said,
Who gave this son of a bitch his green card? Birdman.
It may indeed sound very rude if you don't know the context. Penn and Iñárritu are close friends, and Iñárritu himself couldn't be bothered less about the joke. I found it hilarious, the director said. So why then were so many people offended by it? Who the hell is Adele Dazeem? In 2014, John Travolta had one simple job at the Oscars: to introduce the singer Idina Menzel. But for some mysterious reason, he screwed things up.
Please welcome the wickedly talented one and only Adele Dazeem.
I like to believe that somewhere there is a real Adele Dazeem and she is wickedly talented. But seriously, how can anyone possibly mess up something like that? As Travolta later explained on the Jimmy Kimmel Show, he was supposed to go on stage in 15 minutes when all of a sudden the plan was changed, and Travolta had to go on immediately. The next second, he ran into Goldie Hawn and he got so starstruck by her that he didn't have enough time to get ready for the new unexpected direction.
They said, oh, by the way, we've changed Adina's name to phonetic spelling. I went, but what do you mean? Go!
And when Travolta saw the phonetic spelling of Idina Menzel on stage, he got really confused.
Adele Dazeem.
But luckily, the singer had a chance to pay Travolta back. At the next year's Oscars, Idina introduced Travolta intentionally very wrong.
Please welcome to the stage my very dear friend, Glom Gazingo.
Don't you think Travolta played with her chin too much? The best and only way to get your Oscar. Have you ever watched celebs receiving their Oscars and thought, why are they so self-controlled and restrained? Shouldn't they jump up and down screaming? Well, one person actually did. Welcome the Italian actor and director Roberto Benigni. When he won the Oscar for Best Foreign Language Film, he didn't even try to control himself and went really wild. This is what real happiness looks like. See? That's the right way to get your Oscar, folks. Frankly speaking, Roberto Benigni always behaves like this. Where does he get all his energy from? As one person on YouTube wrote, Roberto Benigni is like Woody Allen with 17 Red Bulls in him. The 55 stolen Oscars. This incident can probably be called the most disastrous in the Academy's history. Yes, it didn't happen on stage, but it was so huge that there's no way we can ignore it. In 2000, 2 weeks before the ceremony, someone stole 55 Oscar statuettes. Jesus Christ, that sounds like the crime of the decade. And do you know where the statuettes were found? 52 of them were found in a bin outside a Koreatown supermarket in LA. The hero who found the statuettes was an unemployed Willie Fulgier. As he later joked, he had more Oscars than any of the movie stars, and we can't argue with that. The lucky man was awarded $50,000 and 2 seats at the ceremony. The thieves were caught and justice was served. What about the rest of the stolen statuettes? One of them was found 3 years later during a crime bust in Florida, but the other 2 are still missing. This was the biggest Oscars fail that happened behind the scenes. But what about the one that happened on stage? Oh, you guys know that story. The biggest mess up in the whole Academy's history.
I'm sorry. No, there's a mistake. Moonlight, you guys won Best Picture.
Shame. The sad thing is that a lot of people blamed Warren Beatty and Faye Dunaway for declaring La La Land the winner. But the truth is that these guys got into a horrible situation.
I want to tell you what happened. I opened the envelope and it said, Emma Stone, La La Land.
That's why Beatty took such a long pause. He didn't know what to do. And Dunaway really wanted this pause to end and not knowing about the mistake. So she just read the title written in bold.
And the Academy Award for Best Picture.
You're impossible. Come on. La La Land.
So don't blame these guys, okay? Rather, thank the Academy for all the funny, embarrassing, and awkward moments that they have given us. If you liked this video, check out what strict rules celebs have to follow during the Oscars. You might enjoy it too. Thanks for watching and take care, folks.